Hello, welcome to English 111 Online, Shaw University, Summer 2017. We are in week 2. Yay, look at us, zipping right along. Okay, week 2 for this class. So what are we doing this week? Well, the first thing you're doing is watching this video. Congratulations, you've already got started. That's a good job out of you. This week we're going to learn about plagiarism. Yeah, and there's a video down there you'll get to see in a few minutes. You're going to submit your rough draft of paper 1 in a couple different places, which I'll show you that in a second. There's some readings you get to do in MindTap, and I'll show you that. There's a quiz you get to take on the plagiarism video you watched, and then you get to work on the final draft of your first paper. So again, this is a very quick class. It's only 6 weeks, so we jam a lot in pretty quickly. So yes, your first paper is due that quickly. So as a quick review, the first paper was introduced in the first week. And if you're like, oh, what am I supposed to write about? Again, if you watch this video right here, if you go back to week 1, a lot happened in week 1. Oh my goodness, that was crazy, week 1. But if you go down here to week 1, you watch this paper 1 narration. It explains what the first paper is about. And this paper is right. If you click here, it actually explains it. But go back and watch this video if you need a refresher. So let's just kind of go through it. So plagiarism, again, you're just going to click on this video right here. Once you're done watching this video, you're going to watch this video on plagiarism, and then there's a quiz. Again, you can take this quiz twice. The highest score counts, and that is due by the 4th, Sunday, June the 4th. It will not take you very long. Again, this is to kind of introduce the concept of plagiarism, what it is, why it's bad, why you shouldn't do it, stuff like that. Okay, then we're going to submit the first draft of paper 1. So again, you've written your first paper, as explained in this up here, and now you need to submit it. So we're going to submit it in 2 different places. What? Yeah, so 2 different places. One is for me to look at, and one is for your peers, the other people in the class to look at, because that is kind of what we do. That's how we deal with the idea that we have to do group work in this class. So we're going to do peers. So let's go through this one first. So you're going to upload the first full rough draft of the paper. So it should be a full paper, should be already written to the best of your ability, and then you're going to upload it. Now, please note, you're going to upload it as a doc or a docx file only. And again, if you don't know how to do this, review the videos found in resources at the top of the Moodle page. Okay, now, one couple things. Doc or docx, if you're using Microsoft Word, it automatically should save it as that, as a doc or docx. Don't save it as a PDF, don't save it as anything else. Save it as a doc or docx. If you're not sure, if you're using like a Mac or Google Docs or something else, then you need to save it as a doc or docx. And as it was explained last week, but we'll review it now. If you go up to the top of the page here, this is the top of the page, you can also just click on that over here, and it takes you to the top of the page. If you click on resources, then there are videos in here, which will take a second for it to load. So if you are using a Mac and you want to save it as a doc or docx, you watch this video, it shows you how to do it. If you're using Google Docs and you want to save it as a doc or docx, you watch this video, it shows you how to do it. If you're using OpenOffice, which is like a free version of Microsoft Word, sort of, then you'd save it, you watch this video and see how to save it, okay? So again, I am a big stickler about this. Number one, because it's for me to be able to grade it, but also to teach you the concept that when you get a job and your boss says, I want something done a very certain way, you need to do it the way your boss wants. Whether you agree with it, not on an ethical point of view, but look, I need this document and I need it done in this particular format. Your jobs will have to do stuff like that all the time. So that's not a foreign concept, shouldn't be. Again, so that explains how to do that. Okay, so once you have, so we're going to go back to week 2 here. So I just click on week 2, and it's spinning and loading. Okay, and it's going to jump to week 2 like magic. As soon as it gets done loading here. Okay, there we go. Sort of loading. There's week 2. Okay. So to load the paper, again, you're going to load it in 2 places. Please note that. Write that down somewhere. 2 places. So the first place you can do is load it right here. So you click on this, and it spins and it loads. Okay, and then you're going to click on Add Submission. Just like you did for your student acknowledgement forms, you can either just open up your little folder here like this. Let's make this a little smaller so we can see it. Find the paper you want to do, and then you can just drag and drop it. Ta-da! And then you can hit Save Changes. That's one way to do it. Or you could click on a really great folder. Let's hit Cancel. The other way you could do it is click on Add Submission, and then it's this thing right here called Add. You click on it, and then you can try to search for it on your computer. Shaw, whatever, da 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 da. Okay, so that's another way you could do it. Okay, so either way is going to work, but you're going to upload it there, and then you hit Save Changes, and then you've uploaded it. And again, that's due by Monday, the 29th, by 11:55. Okay, so you've uploaded it. Yay! So that's for me as your instructor to be able to look at it, go through it. I'll make notes about what you did, ways to improve it, and such like that, and I'll give you feedback. In addition, you're going to get feedback from your peers, of people in this class. And how you're going to do that is that you're going to click on this one. So we have, that's where you submitted it for me. This is where you're going to submit it for your peers. So you click on this one, and see this how this is different. This is like a discussion box. So you're going to click on this. And it's going to open it up. Okay. And then you add a new discussion topic. Okay. So please note, so what you're going to do is that you're going to post your rough draft, okay, of that same paper, same exact paper, and then you're going to go through and you're going to read at least 3 other people's drafts and give them feedback. Okay, what kind of feedback am I looking for? Well, look for the following, okay? Are there any glaring speller or grammar issues? As you're reading through it, you're like, oh, I'm getting distracted because there's spelling or grammar issues. Is it written as a college paper? Okay. Is it clear why they are sharing the story? Did they just tell you a story of the time they went to the beach, but you don't know why that stood out as to any other story they could have told you? Okay. And did they use one of the 2 prompts for this assignment? I've had students who decided to go off on why they hate, why there should be stricter gun control. That's not this assignment. Okay. So again, if you go back and review the assignment, that's not what this is about. It's not an argument paper. It's, whatever. So go back and make sure you follow that. And very important, list at least 3 things they did well. It's very easy for us to find things that people are doing wrong. But positive reinforcement is also very good. Okay, so list 3 things they did well. Did they get good description? Is their grammar good? Did they were they very clear on why the story was shared? Did you kind of feel like you were there? Some 3 things that they did very well. Okay, and then the goal is for you to have that. You're going to respond to them by Thursday, June the 1st, so they can have a chance to then read it and get some feedback and then go for that. Okay, so if you're going to upload your paper, you just click on Add New Discussion Topic, and it loads. Oh, my computer's being a little pokey this morning. Maybe it's having a hard time waking up. I don't know. Who knows? Perhaps because my computer just did one of those updates. I hate that. As an old man, it just drives me nuts. Stuff just updates on its own. Okay, so then subject would be, writing project 1, rough draft, Morgan. But okay, this is my rough draft. Oops, what happened there? Rough draft of the of writing project 1. That's what that would do. Okay, and then you see down here, this is where you're going to load it again. Same kind of concept. You can just drag and drop it, boop, or you could add it like we did before, and then you're going to post to the forum. So yes, you're going to load it 2 places. Again, I've said that about 5 times now, so I'll say it again. 2 places, then you hit post to forum. Okay, again, the reason why you're loading it up in 2 places, as I go back to my week 2 here, is one of the places you're loading it to is for me as the instructor to be able to get it and read it and give you feedback that only you can see. The second one is you're going to post it to the forum where anyone in the class can see and give you feedback. Okay, I don't want to give you feedback that everybody reads because I want to make sure that if I'm being specific, I'm trying not to embarrass anyone or anything like that. Okay, so one of 2 different places. Now, one note about this. Okay, if you go to review someone else's story or paper rather, make sure you pick someone who hasn't been already picked. Okay, so if you go in and you see that like someone has already been reviewed twice and someone's been reviewed none at all, review the person who's done none at all first. Okay, we don't want to have one person with 8 reviews and one person with none. Okay, so let's try to kind of spread it out over time. Yeah, that's the thing. So that's what we're basically doing for this, as far as that goes. Now, as far as the reading goes, because there is reading for this week, Mind Chapter 2. So if we go to Mind Tap, the reading for this week is drafting and revising. Okay, so the idea here is that you are writing the first draft of this, and now you're going to have to, the next step in this class is that you're going to have to revise it. That is part of the writing process where you will go through and you'll figure out, okay, what did I do well? What do I need to improve to make this even better? So this chapter here helps you kind of find things to look for, things to think about. In addition, okay, to help you with your revision, because then you start working on the final draft of this paper. So after you've submitted it, okay, I will give you feedback, and then you'll submit it to me. Okay, yes, you'll submit it to me. I'll give you feedback. Then submit it for you. Also submit it to your peers. They'll give you feedback. Okay, and then you start working on the revision. Once you kind of have an idea of what you need to revise, I would strongly recommend that if you go back to the top of the page, you will see, again, right here, free tutoring help. Contact the Writing Center. Right here, contact them. And say, hey, my first writing project for English 111 is coming up. I need to have it due. I need to set an appointment to have someone help me with my paper to make sure it's as good as it can possibly be. Again, it's free, and it's just an excellent way, and I guarantee you that your grades will be a lot stronger if you contact the Writing Center and you use the Writing Center and actually apply what they are teaching you. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay. And to peek ahead, so for next week, we're going to have the first draft, or sorry, the final draft of that paper is due on Monday the 5th. So that's the next thing you're shooting for. So again, for a quick review, you're going to watch Plagiarism, take the quiz, upload your first draft of your full paper, do the best you can. You're going to upload it in 2 places, one for me so I can give you feedback, one for your peers to give you feedback. And then in addition, you're going to read this chapter 2 to figure out how it's going to help you revise things. And then you're going to start working on the final draft of the paper, which is due by the 5th of June. And again, I would strongly recommend you contact the Writing Center to help you with that. So that's what's going on for week 2. And there we go. If you have questions, email me. Sometimes the answer in the email is going to be, it's in the video. Go back and watch the video. If you're saying, what are we doing? I get emails saying, what are we doing for week 2? I'll say, go back and watch the video, okay? Because I just explained it in the video. All right, now if you have a specific question, that's fine. But if you're saying, what are we doing? Then I'm just going to redirect you back here. All righty. Now hit and go do it. Yay!